It's Curly. Got a bit of a double feature for you today. We've got the new Festival Collection 2022 and the P Clan Collection 2022, all in one video. So I was considering doing a video for each of these and doing maybe like 2 of each just because they are such small sets. But I figured, why do that when I can just do them all in one? I think we'll start off here with the Festival Collection, just because I'm more familiar with this, and I can probably go through it a tad bit quicker. The Premium Collection one might take me a bit, but they're both pretty different products, as you probably already guessed just from the UU on the box art that this is just for Standard. Obviously, you can use Standard cards in Premium, but this is focused for Standard. And this is the second Festival Collection we've gotten. We had one last year that wasn't as great. This one is actually quite a notch above that one, because we have a lot of new cards, such as new forms for Zorga and Orphis, as well as some pretty good, maybe not good, but some pretty decent support for most of the Blackout and Daybreak nations, or ride lines, I should say. Go ahead and open this up real quick. So, as I mentioned, this is, well, that's not how that's supposed to go. Alright, let's just fucking get rid of that, I guess. This is a smaller set than usual. Usually it's like 20 packs, 5-7 cards per pack. This is actually 10 packs, 3 cards per pack. Every card is either double rare or triple rare, and every box comes with a box topper of this what the hell is this called? Dream Nibbling here, which is the starter for Zorga. You'll see it focus in a second here. There you go. It's got the Daybreak hot stamp. So there are a total of, I'm assuming, 10 starter cards here. 5 from Team Daybreak, 5 from Team Blackout, and they each have the hot stamp from their team. The Daybreak hot stamp is actually pretty cool because it's the symbol, whereas the Blackout one is just, the letters Blackout, which is their logo, but this just looks cooler. First up, we've got Sealed Blades Dragon Edaham. When this unit attacks, it gets 5k for each of your arms on your Vanguard circle, which is pretty sick. It's a 20k attacker, but I feel like the other one is equally as good. This is Aurora Battle Princess Horn Apricot, or as everyone has called it, just the outer orange card. When this unit boosts a Vanguard with Seraphim's card, name counterblast one, and your opponent chooses a trigger unit from their drop and imprisons it in your prison. Not sure how I feel about this, don't think that would be played, and we actually got ourselves a 5th copy of Cardinal Dominus Orphis Regis. I've opened a couple of more boxes of this because we had a couple of cards that we wanted to get, and this is my 5th copy of Orphis now. Wanted to get, I was hoping this one would give me Zorga, because I need another Zorga to complete the set, but in any case. When this is placed on Vanguard Circle, choose up to 1 world card from your hand or drop and put it in your order zone. And also, when this unit attacks, if your world is Abyssal Dark Knight, so you have at least 2 world cards, counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand, and for every 2 order cards in your order zone, you can call 1 Shadow Army token to Rearguard Circle, and this unit gets 5k to the end of the battle. If there are 4 world cards, you get 10k, so it gets 5k for each duplicate of it. So this is really sick because you can actually mid-battle get multi-attacks. I'm actually kind of interested in either playing this or building this for a friend that I've been trying to get into Overdress. This is a sort of side variant for Orphis. It's not like a cross ride or grade 4 or anything like that. It's just completely different, grade 3. Got ourselves some Bastion support. It's not very good. I feel like none of the Keter cards in this set are really good. But we had Heavenly Judgment of Composition Hefhort. If a grade 3 was revealed for your drive check this turn, this unit gets 5k, which is good. So if you have this with your Bastion Prime, pretty sure for each one you can get 5k, which is pretty cool. Then when this unit is retired from Rearguard Circle during your opponent's turn, so blast 1, choose a grade 3 from your drop other than itself and put it into your hand. Which, I mean, I guess you can add one of your grade 3 Bastions and then use that next turn to Soul Blast it out, so not half bad, and you know, the foil is pretty cool. Then we've got the heal trigger here for Starkea, Alchemic Hedgehog here. So the way these heal triggers work are different from the ones in set 5. In set 5, if you guard with it and the unit that is attacking is attacked twice or more that turn, this trigger gets 15k shield. It starts with 10k. Whereas the one in Festival Collection are if the unit's critical is 2 or greater by something that's not a trigger, so they, not from like a trigger or something like that, but from like an actual effect, then this gets 15k shield, making it 25. And this is the one for Dark States, which does the same exact thing. Forgot to mention, so there's actually 10 different types of triple rares, 25 double rares, and more importantly, we've got Bavsagora rare cards. So there's 3 SSRs. One, I believe, is for Bavsagora, one for Orphist and Zorga. And then we've got Bavsagora rare, which are for each of her arms, so the sword, shield, gun, and spear. And then finally, there's SPs as well. Really hoping that we can get ourselves a Bavsagora SSR, but who knows? I'll settle for one of the arms, to be honest. We've got Blaze Battle Monk Kokon here. When doing attacks, we have a unit with overdress, and it's that is in the overdress state. You draw a card. The attack does have to hit. We've got Diabolos Nile Heal. If an attack hit your Vanguard with Bruce in its card name this turn, this unit gets 15k shield, so it actually becomes a 20k shield. That's kind of interesting. And then we've got a support card here for Greedon here. Desire Devil Defund. It's Defund. When this card is placed on the circle from your hand, if your Vanguard is Greedon, you can soul charge 2. You may, you don't have to. And when this unit attacks, if your soul has 2 or more Greedons, you can counterblast one and this unit gets a critical at the end of that battle. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Got ourselves Cardinal Principal Regio. When your Shadow Army token is retired from Miracle Circle during your turn, this unit gets 5k to the end of the turn. This is a grade 1 with 8k, so I don't know how useful that is. We got the new heal trigger, the crit heal trigger for rank 8, and then the Dragon Empire crit trigger. Gravidia Marut. When this unit attacks, choose up to 1 meteorite card from your hand and put it in your order zone. And if you put a card, this unit gets 5k at the end of the battle. I feel like this might see some play, seems pretty bad. Oh god, this goddamn card. Tetra Favors Sorceress. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, if this unit was boosted, Counterblast and Soul Blast 1 just to draw a card. Judging from the fact that it's in Keter and it has the Sorceress name, we're all assuming that this is supposed to be Hexorb support, but it is just abysmal. The loops and hoops and bounds that Hexorb support has to go through just to do the most simplest things. Like, I'm sure there's like cards in other sets where it's just like, you know, attack, draw a card, but this has to do the whole shebang, hit a Vanguard, boosted, counterblast, soul blast just to draw a card, which is why I always make that joke that, you know, Hexorb support be like, oh, do XYZ 50,000 times and then maybe flip a coin and then you get a thing. But next up, we've got Heavenly Command Dragon X-Loot Dragon. I believe this is the only triple rare for Keter in this set, actually. When a unit is placed on Miracle Circle, if you have a Vanguard with Bastion in its card name, Counterblast and Soul Blast, just choose your deck for up to 1 of the Bard of Heavenly Instrument Lieutenant. Call it to Miracle Circle in the same column as this unit and shuffle your deck. I thought originally it was the same card, but I'm not entirely sure what this card is. Interesting. Oh, I guess we found out right away. This is Bard of Heavenly Instrument Lunette. I really like the art on this card. It looks really pretty, but I don't think her effect is actually very good. When this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater unit, if you have a Vanguard with Bastion in its card name, this unit gets 5k until the end of the turn. I don't know if you really want to play grade 1 in Bastion, and it sucks that it's Bastion locked. which is really pointless. But you can, you know, deck Finn with this, I guess, and get a booster for that grade 3, so sure. Then we've got Cardinal Fang Dadai. When unit is placed on rearguard circle, when your world is Abyssal Dark Knight, counterblast 1 to call a Shadow Army token to rearguard circle. Not bad. And then we've got ourselves here one of the new buff Sour supports here in Sealed Blades Dragon Ashuhina, or something like that. When its unit is placed on rearguard circle, perform all of the following according to the arms on your Vanguard. If you have the right arm, you can get 10k to the end of the turn. And if you have the left arm, you can counterblast 1, choose a grade 1 or less from your drop, and call it to rearguard circle, so you can bring back your trick moons. I feel like this card is really good. I don't like that the 10k is till the end of your turn, but I guess you can always just intercept and play another one. Got ourselves here Heavenly Sickle of Pulsation, Repodron. When his unit attack hits, counterblast 1, choose one of your other grade 3 or greater units, and it gets 10k to the end of that turn. So, not horrible, but I don't know if that'll actually see play. Then we got ourselves Desired Doll Kito. When this card is put from rearguard circle into the soul by your Vanguard's ability, choose a card from your drop and put it into your soul. Fortunately, I don't know if this will see play in Barrow. I mean, I guess you can recycle like an Engraver or like a Quick Raw or something like that you discarded, like your Kenny Ludley. Maybe you healed it out. You can actually put that back. But other than that, I don't know about that. And then we got an order card here for Zorga here. Clouded Mizma. Play this with counterblast 1. Choose a grade 3 or less from your drop. Call it to rearguard circle. I guess it doesn't have to be specifically Zorga, but... And if this is part of Alchemy Magic, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets the following ability. Continuous. All of your front row rearguard circles get 5k to the end of the turn. Diabolus Diver Emmet. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, counterblast 1, choose one of your Vanguards with Bruce's card name, and that unit and this unit get 5k to the end of the turn. And if you chose a grade 4 unit, countercharge or soul charge. Very interesting that this is a grade 3. I thought it was a grade 2. Then we've got Aurora Battle Princess Barrage Litra. When its unit is retired, when your opponent's unit is retired from rearguard or guardian circle during the battle's unit attack, imprison that retired card in your prison. This card I feel is like crazy good. And then we've got the Sylvan-Horned Beast Kamopu. When this unit attacks, this unit gets 2k to the end of the battle for each of your grade 2 or greater unit in the back row. Not sure how I feel about this one, but alright. Got Sealed Blades Dragon Samasara here. This unit gets all the following according to the arms on your rearguard circle. If you have the right, you get 5k during your turn, and if you have the left, you can intercept. I've seen a lot of Japanese play this. I don't know why. I guess the intercept is fine. It being a 13k booster is like whatever. Like you have Trick Moon. Why would you need this? Explorer of the Grand Ravine, KC Scat. Or Saket. Back row middle rearguard circle. This unit can intercept from the back row. And when this unit intercepts from the back row, this unit gets 10k shield till the end of that battle. So if you use this in Elder, you don't actually have to put it in your back row, the back row rearguard circle, because Elder lets your units intercept from the back row anyways. Now the last card we've got here is Blaze Maiden Amelia here. If you have a Vanguard with Nirvana's card name, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, counterblast 1, put this into the soul, choose one unit with Nirvana and its card name from your hand, and write it as stand. And if you rode, you can't ride by effects for the rest of the turn. So, this card is actually kind of nuts, because you can get out your grade 4 Nirvana turn early, and you can also use its like counterblast or its self-damage effect on your opponent, or not, I shouldn't say self-damage, but the like burn effect, I guess, on your opponent twice that turn, because you can just cycle out 2 Nirvanas. So that's kind of wild. And we've got the last pack here. I'm pretty sure you can use it to inflict damage twice, but I haven't actually read Nirvana to confirm that. Here's your last chance to get any buff Saga card that, or not any of the support cards specifically. We got Longing Maid here. When this unit attacks, discard an order from your hand and it gets 10k to the end of that battle. Then we got the Heal trigger here for Keter. And the last card is unfortunately going to be Heavy Blaze Covert Monk Kagiri. When discarded during your turn, counterblast 1, choose one of your vanguards, and you get 10k to the end of the turn. So I guess you can technically use that in Overlord. Super disappointing, no buff Sakura, but let's go on to Premium Clan Collection here. This is a very interesting set because it's somewhat similar to the other clan collections I did, where I think you get like every card in the box, or maybe you don't. You do get a box topper, which is this like power counter here. This is like the new Aqua Force card, and you know, on the back you can also use it for critical. But because there's like 24 clans, there's 10 packs, I think, per box. Each pack has 4 cards, and each of the packs is like around a specific nation. So I guess you don't get everything in a single box, but yeah, very weird. So let's go ahead and open these up. I don't mean weird in like a derogatory kind of way, it's just different from what I'm used to, but I know this is like a sort of like reprint set, like it's not like a set of brand new stuff entirely, right? So we've got some triggers here. I think they each come with a trigger and then a G-Guard and then a new stride for that clan. So this is for Paladins. If this is in your hand, you can discard it as a grade 3, so a crit trigger, nice. Then we've got Amulet Pure Eagle. The one before that was Sensaflare Draco Kid. So this says on Rearguard Circle GB1 when your opponent, or sorry, when your Vanguard attacks, but there's a soul draw a card, and your Vanguard, or one of them, gets 10k until the end of that battle. Interesting. It's like an evolved form of the other soul crits. Then we've got ourselves Faithful Sacred Staff Morgeis for Royal Paladin here. This is a G-Guard. I'm not entirely sure how these work, to be honest, but this says during your opponent's turn, you can do a guard step where you discard a heal from your hand, and then you call this to Guardian Circle from face down. When you do so, you can choose up to 2 of your grade 2 units until the end of the turn. They get 10k shield, and they get the ability that when they intercept, you can counterblast Soul Blast, choose one of your units, and cannot be hit until the end of that battle. Wow, that sounds really good to me. Not that I know much of what's going on here, but sounds like you can give 2 of your units an extra 10k shield, so together, I don't know how shields work in, I guess this is its own 15k, and you get 10k plus shield, and then you can also be like a pseudo perfect guard. Ooh, we actually got an SP right. This is the second time this has happened. I opened up another box. I've opened up one box of this, trying to get some of the SPs, and I got an SP of the Shadow Paladin card in the first pack, and now we've got an SP of the Warrior Paladin card. Here, I can barely read the name. Divine Knight of Triumph, Elogius. So you ride this by stride stepping, then when this unit attacks, counterblast 1, turn a card from your G-Zone face up, any card, draw the same number of cards as your number of rear guards, choose the same number of cards from your hand that were drawn, and call them to rear guard circle. Then if you have 5 or more rear guards, you get a force marker. Interesting. Didn't know they had marker support in, you know, explicitly in premium like that. Cool. Got Pale Mood here. Unfortunately, we don't get a SP of the Pale Mood Stride, but the triggers all do the same as the previous 2. You can put them soul to get your Vanguard 10k, and if it's in your hand, it counts as a grade 3. Then we've got the G-Guard here in Jester Demonic Beast, Flacation Chimera. When this is put on Guardian Circle, put 1 or more cards from your hand into the soul, and this unit gets 10k shield until the end of the battle for each card put into the soul for this cost. That sounds pretty good right away. You can get 35k shield and set up for next turn. Very good. If you put 2 or more cards into your soul for this cost, your opponent chooses one of their standing rear guards and puts it into their soul, so that can cancel out one of their plays, or at least make them lose a booster, which is pretty good. And then we've got 10 Chance Megatrick Liatina. Very pretty card. Was hoping to get this in SP, but oh well. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand, put all of your rear guards into the soul. For each card put into your soul, choose up to 2 units from your soul and call them to rear guard circle. Jesus. If you called 4 or more different grades to the end of the turn, when your opponent would call cards to guard with, they must call 2 or more at the same time. My god, that sounds absolutely bonkers. Got here Chad the Ghosty, Wild Seas Banshee, and we got ourselves the G-Guard for Grand Blue here. I'd say this probably looks a little bit more out of RNG than the like prison card, because she's like into the whole Bermuda thing, and it's got like orangey hair, and you know, she supposedly likes Grand Blue or whatever. This is Diabolist Princess Singing Under the Moonlight Aurenia. When this is placed on Guardian Circle, counterblast 1 and the attacking unit gets minus critical, or minus 1 critical until the end of the battle for every 10 cards in your drop, which I assume would be a lot. Knowing Grand Blue. Then we've got ourselves Pirate King of Everlasting Darkness, Bartholomew. Okay. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, choose up to 3 cards with different card names from your drop. 3 cards, wow. Call them to rear guard circle, and those called cards get 5k until the end of the turn. Then, if your drop has 30 or more cards, so more than half your deck, when your opponent would call cards to guard with, they must call 3 or more at the same time. Wow. I don't know how easy that is to achieve, but damn. We got ourselves Dr. Regulars here, Bane Stinger, Liquid Fencer, I like the name of that. And then we've got ourselves Rebellious Storm Princess Nila Jabis, I think. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, counterblast 1. For every 10 cards in your soul, choose one of your opponent's units, and it gets minus 1 critical to the end of the turn. Interesting. Wait, 2 units get minus 1 critical if there are 20 cards. Oh, you choose a unit, and each of those gets minus 10. Okay, I thought it would have gotten more minus crit, but okay. Ultimate Deep Hades Emperor 4 Fax. In your G zone, at the end of the battle that your grade 3 Vanguard attacked your opponent's grade 3 or greater Vanguard, if your Vanguard is grade 3... what the fuck? At the end of the battle that your grade 3 Vanguard attacked your opponent's grade 3 or greater Vanguard, if your Vanguard... oh, but you already specified that it has to be grade 3 or great... whatever. Your grade 3... If your Vanguard is grade 3 and your soul has 13 or more cards, counterblast 1, discard 5 cards from your hand, and stride this from face down on your Vanguard circle as stand. Interesting. Then when this unit is placed on Vanguard circle, if your deck has 13 or less cards, choose up to 13 or less, choose up to 3 critical triggers from your soul, return to your deck, and shuffle it. Interesting. We've got Fulmination Professor Enzoshin here. Interesting. And we got this really cute ass horse here in Curious Pony. We got ourselves the G-Guard for Great Nature here. Omniscience Dragon Sebitchektavel. Sure. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, counterblast 1, discard the top card of your deck. Perform one of the effects below depending on the card's type. If it's a normal unit, this card gets 20k shield at the end of the battle. If it's a trigger, choose one of your units and it cannot be hit until the end of that battle. Both those effects sound really good to me. Then we got Omniscience Dragon. That's a fucking parrot, but whatever. Omniscience Dragon Caladrius. So act on Vanguard Circle. Once per turn, turn a card in your G-Zone face up. Choose all your front and rear guards. They get 10k at the end of the turn. And at the end of that turn, retire those units. Good. Then when its unit attacks, counterblast, choose one of your rear guards with 30k attack or more, stand it, and it gets the ability on rear guard circle when this unit attacks until the end of that battle. When your opponent would call cards to guard with, they must call 3 or more till the end of the turn. Wow, sounds really good, especially if you use Crayon Tiger, I guess. Next up, we've got Kitten Pecan for Nova Grappler. I have both a premium Nova Grappler deck that I got from Venetrix. Now that I think about it, his name kind of sounds like a Power Rangers villain. But I got it from Venetrix. He sent it all to me all the way from Germany, which is really cool of him. You can check out his YouTube here. He does Cardfight Vanguard cards as well. But I wanted to try and learn V Premium before I bust it out, because I don't feel worthy of being able to play with that. But I also managed to score myself a what's it called? A split for the Nova Grappler stuff, just in case I need to upgrade it. We got ourselves here Magniagis 2502. Okay. Got ourselves the G Guard here in Meteor Kaiser Stiffneed. When this is put on Guardian Circle, counterblast 1 or more cards, and the unit gets 5 counts in the battle for each of your face down cards in your damage. Oh, that's kind of cool. And if you paid 2 counterblast for this cost, draw a card, and if you played 3, draw another card. Very cool, very cool. And then we've got one of the cover cards here in Fighting Emperor Dragon, Merciless Dragon. When your Vanguard stands, or sorry, when your rear guard stands by a card ability, counterblast and discard 2 cards to stand this unit. And if it is your main phase, attack your opponent's Vanguard with this effect. I'm sorry, what? So I can... What? Does this like... Huh? Does it like automatically put me in the battle phase? Interesting. And at the end of the battle, this unit attack, this unit gets -1 drive into the end of the turn. Okay. So, wow. Very easy restanding G guard, or sorry, G unit. Got ourselves Rumble Dagger Draco Kit and Dragon Dancer Paulina. I love the Dragon Dancers. Wish they had like an actual archetype or something, but I guess that's what we have to sealed Blaze Maidens and Buffsaga for, huh? We've got Sky Guardian Supreme Dragon Counteract Dragon. When this is put on Guardian Circle, your opponent chooses up to 2 of their front row units and binds them. Or rear guards, I should say, and binds them. If they did not bind 2 cards at the end of the battle, this unit gets 10k shield, and if they did not bind any cards, if they did not bind 2, he gets 10k shield, and if they didn't bind any of them, he gets another 10k shield. Interesting. Do they get to choose? Is that how this works? Oh, your opponent chooses, so they can choose to not bind, but then he gets extra shield. Very interesting. Nice. I like that sort of card design. Conquering Supreme Dragon Exterminate Dragon. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, Soul Blast 1 and draw a card for each of your opponent's open front row rear guard circles. Then you can once per turn counterblast 1, and all of your front row units get 10 cans at the end of the turn for each of your opponent's front row rear guard circles. Yikes. This pack was folded, so hopefully we get like another SP or something. Maiden of Polyphea here. What the heck is this? Happy Lucky. Alright. Interesting. Then we got the G Guard for Neo Nectar. Very pretty. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, choose up to a total of 2 normal units with the same card name from your rear guard circle, or drop, put them on the bottom of your deck in any order. If you put 2 cards, you counter charge, and this unit gets 15k shield until the end of that battle. If you choose 1 card, put it to the bottom of your deck, and that's it. Okay. And then, one of the things I love about Vanguard is like the card art and how you can usually see a lot of it, but you know, all these strides and stuff, you can barely see any card art. So this is Flower Princess of Compassion, La Silva, Lady Ladisilva. So on Vanguard Circle, act once per turn, discard a card from your hand, choose one of your rear guards, search your deck for up to 2 cards with the same grade as that rear guard and reveal them. Choose up to 1 card from among them, put it into your hand, call the rest to rear guard circle, and shuffle your deck. Sounds pretty good. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1. If you have 2 or more rear guards with the same card name, choose 2 cards from among them and stand them. Wow, that sounds really good. Cheer girl Lynette here. What the hell is this? Machinery slot back. Interesting. We got ourselves the G-Guard here, and Queen of Symphony, Villainous Iveta. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, counterblast, choose 3 normal units from your drop, and this unit gets the original shield of those cards until the end of that battle. If you choose 1 or more grade 3 cards, draw a card. Put all the cards chosen for this effect on the bottom of your deck in any order. Interesting. And then finally, we've got ourselves Lawless King Galligablus. When your rear guard attacks, that unit gets 10k attack until the end of the battle. At the end of the battle, put that unit on the bottom of your deck. You have to do this, mandatory. And then when this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1, search your deck for up to 2 grade 2 or less cards and call them to open rear guard circles and shuffle your deck. And all of your rear guards get boosts until the end of the turn. Interesting. Sounds pretty good. Got the very last pack here. It's been quite a long opening, but that's kind of just because we did go through 2 different packs here, and we're going to end off here with none other than Bermuda Triangle. We got Rapping Chorus Trudy here. Interesting. Aqua Light Ardell. And this card looks really pretty. Diva of Salvation Lucrece. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, counterblast, return a normal unit from your rear guard circle to hand. Perform the following according to the grade of the card returned to your hand for this cost. If it was grade 2, this unit gets 15k shield to the end of the battle. If it was grade 3 or higher, choose one of your vanguards and then get 5k attack to the end of that turn. I feel like first effect's a little better, but alright. Then next up we've got Radiant Ocean. I thought it said Queen. Radiant Ocean Heltrada. Jesus. When this unit attacks, discard 3 cards from your hand. Return all of the cards on your circles other than Vanguard to your hand. Choose up to 2 cards from your hand and call them to River Circle. At the end of the battle, Counterblast and Soul Blast, and put this unit into your G zone face up, and choose one of your Vanguards and stand it. Interesting, I guess. That is going to do it for both P-Clan Collection and Festival Collection 2022. Let me know what you think about these sets in the comments down below. I am pretty interested in trying out the Buff Sagro stuff. Like I said, I might build Orphist for either myself or a friend. And for the premium stuff, a lot of it seems really cool. I guess I'll just have to wait and see once I actually get to play premium. I am slowly learning V premium. Well, maybe not. Very, very slowly, I should say, not just slowly. And I feel like once I get that, I can pretty much immediately jump into premium. But enough about that. Take care of yourself.